Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people but the silence over that by the good people. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? I look to a day when people will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We must learn to live together as brothers or perish together as fools. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Nothing in all the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. If a man has not discovered something that he will die for, he isn't fit to live. He who passively accepts evil is as much involved in it as he who helps to perpetrate it. He who accepts evil without protesting against it is really cooperating with it. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Whatever your life's work is, do it well. A man should do his job so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn could do it no better. Our scientific power has outrun our spiritual power. We have guided missiles and misguided men. A right delayed is a right denied. We are not makers of history. We are made by history. An individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Alike cannot live. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus but a molder of consensus. Never forget that everything Hitler did in Germany was legal. That old law about an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind. The time is always right to do the right thing. History will have to record that the greatest tragedy of this period of social transition was not the strident clamor of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good people. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. must evolve for all human conflict a method which rejects revenge, aggression and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. Peace is not merely a distant goal that we seek, but a means by which we arrive at that goal. Whatever affects one directly, affects all indirectly. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. This is the interrelated structure of reality. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. Almost always, the creative dedicated minority has made the world better. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Never succumb to the temptation of bitterness. At the center of nonviolence stands the principle of love. Everything that we see is a shadow cast by that which we do not see. All labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence.